Hello, everyone. Hello, welcome. We're going to be making a zine tonight. Hope you're all excited. We're going to give people 2 minutes. Oh, I can see your beautiful faces. Wave. Oh my God, I love it.
Oh, can you turn that on, please, Micah?
I'm going to turn to the gallery view. Look at all you beautiful people. This is so great. You guys should use gallery view too and see everyone. We're going to give people 2 more minutes to enter this room, and we are going to be making a zine tonight, and we're going to finish it, which is magical. So welcome.
And Malaka, can you remind everyone to mute as well?
Oh yes, please mute yourself if you can. That would be so great. Oh my goodness, yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm going through all the pages. There's 8 pages of you right now. 8 pages of zine. Okay. All right. Oh, I want you guys to get your stuff ready. If you can, you'll need a piece of paper, any dimension, as long as it's a rectangle, and a pen or any kind of drawing material. I have a bunch of pens that don't work. Maybe half of them work, maybe some of them do, but make sure your pen works. And you'll need some scissors, or if you don't have scissors handy, don't even worry about it. Just we'll tear that part that needs to be cutting. So let me see you hold up your paper so I know that you have a paper. Good. All you paper people. Good. Okay. 1 more minute to let people in. Good. Let me see your drawing materials. Show me your drawing materials. Good. You've got a pen. Pens. Yes. Okay. And show me if you have scissors. If you have scissors, that's a bonus. You don't need scissors, but if you have scissors, that's great. Oh, yes. You guys are prepared. Awesome. All right. Okay. All right. I think we're going to get started. Welcome to the Quaranzine workshop. My name is Malaka Gharib, and I'm doing this event in collaboration with The Believer magazine, which has been amazing. Special thanks to Kristen and Lily for putting on this amazing event. There have been more than 700 people RSVP'd to this event, so that's exciting. Some people want to make zine. That's great. I'm going to tell you quickly just some house rules. Make sure that you're muted. There'll be a time for sharing. We can't share everyone's work at the end, just some of you at the very end. Let's see. What was I going to say? I was going to say that I'm going to do some talking for 10 minutes, and then we're going to, over the course of 30 minutes, we'll be making a zine page by page by page. So then we'll have sharing hour, sharing 10 minutes afterward. And then that should bring us up to the hour. Now, after we make our zines, I would really love for you to share them with the Believer magazine if you can. Just share them with @BelieverMag on Instagram or Twitter and use the hashtag Quaranzine. So let's get started. As I said, my name is Malaka Gharib. I am the author of a book called I Was Their American Dream. It's a graphic memoir about being first-generation Filipino Egyptian American. Oh, I was supposed to set my timer. Hold on just a second. That was very important. Okay, I'm starting the timer now. Yes, I wrote this book, but I'm also really into making zines. So I these are some of the zines that I make. This one's called The Runcible Spoon. It's a zine about food and fantasy. And we used collage and illustration to make this zine, and it was collaborative with a lot of different people. It was a publication. We did 14 of them. It's really cool. Here's a coloring book I made about Filipino food. You can see that. Zines are basically mini DIY publications. Not mini, they can be any size you want. And they can be about anything. As I said, here are some zines, some of my favorite zines from my friends. This one is called On Flora, and it's about photography and flowers. So here you can see some of her work. It's very pretty. And here's one that's really cool. It's called Prince Food, and it's all about Prince's lyrics about food by food. So like by fruit or dessert. It's really cool. And you can see this one's illustrated. So you can use a lot of different styles for making your zines. I want to show you that zines can be any dimension, as you can see. See the size of this? They're all different sizes. But my favorite type of zine actually is the 8-page mini zine, which we will be making today. See how much smaller it is? This is the kind of zine we're going to be making today. So I'm going to show you a collection of some of my favorite zines in my mini zine collection. Here's one about hot sauces that someone loved, Anna. These are the hot sauces that she loved. A zine about springtime. I think this is a zine about, oh, this is one that I made, a zine about bread pudding, no, rice pudding. And what's great about this, why I like this zine format, is you really, when you unfold it, it really is just one piece of paper. So you can make the zine with one piece of paper, and the way that you fold and cut it, you actually get 8 pages from the zine. And what I also love about it is that you could reprint them multiple times. You just put them in a photocopy machine and then Xerox it, and you have 100 copies. And you can sell them, you can give them to your friends, you can take them to a zine fest and start your own business, zine business. So it's a great format, and they also photograph well on Instagram. So if you, want to share them on social, you just take a picture of each spread and then use the gallery feature on Instagram to basically share each spread. And it's only about 5 pictures to share the full zine on Instagram. So that's how I hope that you'll be sharing them on social tonight with Believer Magazine after this event, because I know that the other people want to see it too. Okay, so I showed you what we're going to be making tonight, the format. But I want to also explain to you that this is more than this format. I like making very tiny zines. I'm like making them much tinier than that. See that for dimension, the little one? I like making really tiny zines because I find it very fun to say the maximum amount of expression in the smallest amount of space. I find it kind of like a little challenge. And I've been making these super mini zines about my experience living through the coronavirus pandemic, a Quaranzine, which we're making today. So I'll show you some of the zines that I've made over the past 3 weeks to give you an idea of what kind of zine we'll be doing today. So for the first week, I wrote a zine called The Crisis, and was basically just grappling with just sort of the surreal changes that the pandemic has brought on upon all of us. So for example, packing up my desk at work and indefinitely, I didn't know when I was going to come back. I think that's a universal feeling that all of us probably went through. Seems so long ago. Remember when we had to cancel all of our plans? Like all of our immediate future plans, we had to cancel them. I drew about that. And then also shopping in the grocery store and everything was empty. Feels like so long ago that we were living under this. So it was good to have this zine to sort of process how I was feeling and document what I was going through that week, because everything seems to be changing so fast in this crisis. And more recently, I drew a zine called Musings at the End of the World. That was last week. It's interesting because, it kind of feels like the world is ending, and what's happening when the world ends. Like this is like a rare view into what happens when there's crisis all around us, and what happens. What happens is that you still have to fold your laundry, and I took note of that. So you can find this full zine on my Instagram. It's called Musings at the End of the World. So Quaranzine is a term that is not coined by me. I found it on Twitter by an artist named Brittany Wynn Lee. I'm not sure where she got that name from. Maybe she made it up herself, but I'm going to give her credit because that's where I found it from. Since then, you can just look up the Quaranzine hashtag on social media and you'll find so many examples of people all over the world making zines to document their quarantine experience, which is what we're doing now. And I think that big institutions have taken notice too. So Barnard College, I think they're archiving some of the Quaranzines that they've seen posted online. It's kind of like collective memory of what happened and what art we created during this time. So, you know, if you post it, share it, others might see it, do it for yourself. Okay, so now we are going to start folding. I'll just remind you about how things are gonna go. We're gonna fold the zine and then I'm gonna give you time for each page to answer a question, give you a prompt for each page. At the end, we'll have sharing, 10 minutes for sharing the zines, and then you'll post it on social media if you'd like. Okay, so get your piece of paper. Can't believe we're doing this now. I feel like I'm missing a step, but it doesn't matter. Get your piece of paper. I'm using a piece of scrap paper. And the reason why I like using scrap paper is because it gives me like more permission to screw up, because if I just feel like I did like use like a crappy piece of paper, then I don't feel so bad that if I made a mistake, I can just scratch it out. I'll be like, oh, well, I just used scrap paper anyway, it doesn't matter. So it takes a lot of pressure off, but use a piece of perfect paper if you want, it's totally fine. And you can see I'm not using a sheet of computer paper, I'm just using like a smaller piece of paper, it's totally fine. As long as it's a rectangle, you're cool. So you take your piece of paper, you're gonna fold it hamburger style, like this. And I'm looking through all of your guys's folding process to see where you are in the process. Great. Love it. Okay. So now you're going to fold it again so that you're folding the zine in 4 in a quarter. Yes. Yes. You're doing it. Great. I'm watching you guys. Great. Okay. And then you're going to fold it one more time so that you've folded it into 8. And show me your papers when you're done so I can see. Yes. Okay, you guys did it. Great. So we're going to open up the paper again. And you're going to fold it hot dog style. Oh, wait, no. You're not going to fold it hot dog style. Sorry, you're going to fold it hamburger style. Okay, good. I'm looking through your guys's. Yes, you guys have it. Okay, this is important. Make sure that the fold is facing up. See that there's a V here, the fold is facing up. It's really important that you're going to cut the right way. So yes, I'm seeing people, they're doing it. You're going to cut or tear from this point to this center fold right here. You're going to cut it right here like this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and tear it because I like the aesthetic of kind of crappy looking things. I think it looks cool. So you can see that I've cut it just like this. Yes, great. And show me when you guys are done. Love it. Okay. Gonna open it up again. Gonna fold it hot dog style. Perfect. Okay, and then you're gonna turn it to the side. And then you are going to collapse it into itself until you get something that looks like a book. So just keep pressing the corners. Yes, I see people folding it lovely. That's great. I'm going to do it one more time just to make sure that people, I think most people got it, but I'm going to do it one more time just in case, very quickly. All right. So you have a piece of paper. You're going to fold it in 8 because we have 8 pages. You're going to fold it in 8. You are going to open it back up. You're going to fold it in half so that the fold is at the top. You're going to tear or cut from the center point, the middle here to the center point over here. You're going to tear it or cut it. Open it up hot dog style. Fold it hot dog style. And then you're going to collapse it into itself. Now listen, if you didn't get that, that's totally fine. It's kind of hard. You could look up 8-page mini zine on YouTube and just sort of follow along the directions there. Okay, so now we are going to, in the next 32 minutes, we are going to complete this zine. So the first thing that you're going to do, of course, is to make your cover page. So what I'd love for you to do is to go ahead and I'm going to give you 2 minutes because a cover page doesn't need that much time, I don't think. Go ahead and name this zine. Remember, this zine is about your whole experience living under lockdown, living under.
I didn't.
Oh, if you did get to fold it, just go to YouTube and look up 8-page mini zine and you'll find the directions, I promise. So I'm gonna name my zine 4 Weeks Deep because that's, I feel, sums up my experience being under lockdown right now at this moment, and this zine is about coping with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. But you can name your zine anything you want, by the way, anything you want. You can even name it Quaranzine. That's totally fine. Oh, you know what? I'm going to redo my zine because I realized that I used paper with marker on it and I can't see anything. So I cheated. I'm sorry. It's okay to start over again. I'm going to do it. Okay. Oh, also, while you're drawing, please use the gallery feature and just like feel the vibe and energy of all the people who are making the same zine with you across the country. I think that's probably one of the most amazing things about being in this event at this moment in time, that all across the country we're making this exact same thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's making art in solidarity and in community. And I know it sounds very woo-woo, but I feel like we all need a little bit of that right now. And put your byline, don't forget, put by whatever your name is. I'm going to put by Malaka Gharib. Okay. All right, so here is my cover page. I don't know, you can't see it. Here's the shit. Oh, the lighting is bad. Okay, here he goes. I wrote 4 Weeks Deep by Malaka Gharib, and I made some simple decoration. Okay, so turn to your next page. The next page is, you're going to be answering this question. What part of your life has changed the most living under lockdown? Kristen is going to, from Believer Magazine, is going to put the question and the prompt, the art prompt, in the chat feature. So if you forget the question, just use that for reference. So the question again is, what part of your life has changed the most living under lockdown? So I'm going to change to gallery view because I want to see you guys while I draw this. Okay. Oh, and remember, things don't have to be perfect. Just try to finish what you can, and don't worry about making mistakes. I already made mistakes, so that's why I'm saying that. Okay, so the question was, what part of your life has changed the most since living under lockdown? And I drew, I wrote, I've never spent so much time at home. It feels like an endless summer between 7th and 8th grade. And I drew a picture of me sort of sprawling out on the couch, being really bored. Okay, so the next question that we have is, what's been the hardest part of living under lockdown? Again, the question will be in the chat feature if you need to reference it. The question again is, what's been the hardest part of living under lockdown? If you have extra time, go ahead and put more details on other parts of your zine. You can color things in if you want or you need to. Add more details if you want. Okay. So I wrote, the question was, what's been the hardest part of living under lockdown? And I wrote, knowing others are suffering and that I am safe at home is the hardest part. So I drew a picture of myself watching the news. The medical workers are talking on CNN and sort of feeling kind of sad, I guess. All right, so the next question that we have is, this is page, can't believe we're already on page 4. What are some things that have given you joy? So again, the question will be in the chat section. And again, you don't have to make it the exact interpretation. You could sort of riff, do whatever you want. It's your life, your zine. Really is. Okay, the question was, what are some things that have given you joy? And my answer was, I take solace in the springtime. For some reason, it means more to me now, and it's never been more beautiful. And it's a picture of me going out of my house and looking at the spring blossoms on the trees and just looking happy. I never used to do that. Never used to just go out and enjoy nature before this. Okay. And your next question is, what is something new that you learned about yourself and others during this time? What is something new you learned about yourself or others during this time? Oof, I didn't draw my dog very well. Oh well. Oh well. Oh God. Okay. People still working, good. So the question was, what is something new you learned about yourself or others during this time? I wrote, I learned that in a house full of people, you can still find quiet corners for solitude. And I drew a picture of my husband on his computer and our dog, and they're just sitting out in the patio, which I did not realize could be also a workspace, and he's happily working there. Okay. Our next question is, this is page 6 already. So we've only got 2 more pages, and then the last page is a free page. Page 6. What do you miss about life pre-corona? The question is, what do you miss about life pre-corona? It's really fun watching everyone work. Okay, I wrote, the question was, what do you miss about life pre-corona? And I wrote, I miss wearing makeup. I know it's shallow to say, but it's shorthand for making the effort to see people. And it's a picture of my makeup bag and my little face in the mirror. So this is the last question that we're doing together as a group, and then we're going to open it up to sharing, which is fun. And I can't believe we're already on the last question. The last question is, what is the first thing you want to do post-corona? So the question again is, what is the first thing you want to do post-corona? Okay, so the question was, what's the first thing you want to do post-corona? And my answer was, when this is all over, I want to hug my sister and my mom and my friends. And it's a picture of me squeezing the bejesus out of my sister and saying, I missed you so much. And her saying, me too. All right. So the last page, you can do whatever you want on the last page. You can just decorate it and pretend it's just like end paper, or you could answer this optional question. I just have one in case you don't really feel like thinking. The last question is, what gives you hope about the future? Completely optional. Do whatever you want to do. I'm just going to give you guys 2 minutes to do that last question. What gives you hope about the future, or whatever free page you want to do. Again, if you have extra time or not, you can go back and go over old pages. I know it kind of went by really fast. All right. Okay, this is sharing time. I wanted to take a few minutes to have people share some of their favorite, just say your name, where you're from, and share a favorite page that you made with everyone, if possible. I think what we're gonna have is, we're gonna have Kristen from Believer Mag. If you just raise your hand, and if you wanna share, Kristen from Believer Mag will come and pick you to share your zine and put you on gallery view. No pressure. I think it should be really fun. So yeah, raise your hand if you're interested, if you want to share what you made. Don't be shy. Oh, yay. Go for it. Introduce yourself. Nice to meet you.
Hi, my name is Lorraine. I'm currently in New York. I'm a grad student. But yeah, I'm so excited to be able to do this. This is the first time I've made a zine.
Yay.
This is my favorite page. It's things that have given me joy. Number one is my mom showing me her grape plants on FaceTime. The second one is my brother and I texting about making bread. And the third one is seeing neighborhood cats from my fire escape.
Oh, that's so lovely. I use color too. That's wonderful. That's really great.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Is there anybody else who wants to share a page? Raise your hand. Looks like there's a lot of you. Kristen will choose one at random.
No, look up.
Spell it.
Makaila, Lundquist. It's two younger girls.
Oh, what's happening? Okay, here we go.
Good.
Hello.
Okay, go ahead.
What are your names?
Eliana, and my favorite page is this one. And it's what gives you hope about the future. And I said a cure for the virus and people going to be better. And then it says the cure, your majesty. And then she says thank you.
Oh, I love that. I also hope for that. That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Whenever you do
Anybody else want to share? We'll do a few more. Just raise your hand if you'd like to.
Oh.
Hi, Annie. Hello.
Hi, unmute myself. Hi. I am also in New York. But one thing that I learned about myself is that I actually hate makeup and I never want to wear it again. But I also learned that people process things in different ways at different times. So I drew this like clown that's all made up and it like doesn't know how to feel or how to react. And I was pretty proud of that. So
I love that clown. Looks really good. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else?
Awesome.
Hello.
Hello.
My name is Evelyn Dubois, and I'm from Houston, Texas. And I didn't want to draw my pictures yet, but my favorite page is that I get to spend more time with my family.
Oh, that's so lovely. Thank you for sharing that. I also love your t-shirt, by the way.
I'll share mine as well since we're here.
Oh, sure.
I did kind of like for my first page, I just did It's kind of about how normalcy has all but gone away and has been replaced with this ambiguous day that can just kind of be endless. And I drew this kind of weird clock that just continues to go with numbers and never end.
I love that. That's freaking genius. That's amazing. I love that. That's great. The clock with like a million numbers.
Yeah, Charlotte.
Anybody else want to share?
Oh, hello. Am I on screen?
You are.
Okay. So, gosh, which one was
What's
my
your name and where are you from?
My name is Charlotte, and I am from Indianapolis, Indiana.
Welcome.
Well, right outside of it. And I think my favorite page would have to be this one. It says right here, I can never escape. And it has me like right here without a face because I had to be edgy.
Love it.
And I guess that's sort of how like you kind of feel during quarantine. You just feel very blank.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel very bored and just kind of numb in a sense. So yeah, that was mine.
Thanks for sharing. Yeah, I'm glad that I'm not the only one that feels bored and numb.
Oh, and there was also this. It was basically a bird and like a bird cage that's open. It says because it always does. Because like it's like it'll end. Like that was the previous page. Because it always does.
I love that.
Like you finally escaped it, because that's definitely how I felt. Like I'm trapped in a cage. So yeah, that was mine.
Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
Hello. Is this Eliza?
My name is Eliza and I'm from Boston, and my favorite page was what are some things that have given you joy? And I wrote being with my family, and here's me with my family and my dog.
Wow, that looks lovely. Thank you for sharing. I like your dog. Hello. Drew, you're on.
My name is Grayson, and
Oh,
I'm
Grayson.
in Maple Grove, Minnesota. And this is my favorite page. It's
That's not a name I have. Oh yeah, okay.
it's page 5.
I can't really get my video to work though. I'm not popping up.
And it's I learned I could do 2 things at once. And then
Wow.
this is me kicking a ball on the swing. And then that is me remembering a song while I'm bouncing on the trampoline.
Wow, multitasking. That's a great talent. I would love to know how to sing and be on a trampoline at the same time.
My screen
That's
is
wonderful.
black. You can't see it?
Thank you for sharing. And anybody else want to share?
Me.
Here we go.
Oh, it's you, Audrey.
I know.
Okay. So,
I'm Audrey, and I'm from Portland, Oregon.
Hello.
you want to talk about your
I'm
project?
trying to start it. I don't know if it's my connection.
The page.
This is a page of what you want to do most as
No, we didn't.
everything's over. And you want to read it?
Go to Oaks Park to celebrate.
Okay, I'll show it.
What's Oaks Park?
It's this amusement park.
Wow, is that a Ferris wheel? It looks amazing.
And I'll share mine. And it was just like my last page. And I wrote, my kids have been impressively resilient during this time. I'm so proud of them. So they're my kids. I have a 10-year-old with lots of hair, and Audrey, who's 7. And they've been really amazing during all of this, like handling it way better than, I would, or I am. So.
No, I think you have to.
That's lovely to hear. Thank you for sharing.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Hello.
Oh, look.
Please raise your hand.
No. Marcy doesn't have a
You can just like break them.
Okay.
Like physically.
I don't know.
Oh wait, if you guys aren't talking, can you mute yourself so we can hear our sharer?
And playing with my friends before this happened, the school, and there's a picture of where me and my friends are on the park, and I'm swinging with my friend, and I wrote a big circle with wine to say no park because the coronavirus. And the next, and the other part, and the other page is my favorite, is I would go out and get ice cream, and there's this ice cream truck with a man, and he gave me chocolate ice cream.
Great flavor, great taste. Sounds fun. Thank you for sharing. We'll do one more, and then I think we'll close out with the directions on how to share your zines online. Anyone else? Okay, hello. What's your name? Where are you from?
My name's Morrissey, and I'm from Boulder, Colorado. And my favorite one is what are some things that have given you joy? And I did sleeping in, and there's I was a bunny, and I'm sleeping.
That's really cute. That's you as a bunny. It looks like they're inside a sardine can. I love that. Well, thanks for sharing. Well, thanks everyone for making your zines. I'm actually amazed that everyone was able to finish this. I hope that you finished a zine. I mean, I hope if you didn't, that's okay. You can go ahead and add details. Now, the thing that we'd like to do is, because we'd love for everyone to share it all together at once, in the next few minutes, in the next hour, if you can, because I'd love for you guys to see each other's work. There's so many of you on here that you don't really have a chance to look through everybody's zines, but I will also share it on my Instagram. Just again, take pictures of each page as a gallery, and then post it as a gallery on Instagram, or post it as a series of tweets on Twitter. Tag Believer Mag and use the hashtag Quaranzine, and we'll see everybody's work very shortly. I'm really excited. And if you want to follow me on Instagram too, my handle is @Malaka Gharib. I think that, yeah, Malaka Gharib, @Malaka Gharib. You'll find me. But thank you so much for joining. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I hope that you make a million zines about a whole bunch of different things. You can make them about anything. Don't forget that you can reprint them and sell them to your friends. Don't give them away for free. Sell it to them. And enjoy. Have a really nice day. Night. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.